Today, I'll be taking you through a top tier chest and shoulder workout that mainly focuses on building your delts. I'll be sharing with you some of the techniques and tips to look out for when performing these exercises. I'll also be coaching you like I would with any of my own private coaching clients. This entire workout and everything that I'm about to teach to you can be used in your own training. I guarantee that whether you're just starting out in the gym or an advanced lifter like myself, you are going to be learning a thing or two. So, let's get right into this juicy chest and shoulder workout. To start, I jumped on the treadmill, warmed up my rotator cuffs, and did some muscle activation. But to save you some time and get right into the good stuff, I'll skip over that and kick off the workout with the dumbbell incline chest press. The bench was set up at a 45-degree angle, which is the highest I recommend that you set up for this exercise. Always keep it between 30 and 45 degrees. Nothing more, nothing less. Keep in mind that the higher you go with the bench, the less you're going to feel this exercise on your chest, and the more your shoulders will take over, which is definitely not what we want here. Let's talk about how to set up for this exercise. Start by lifting the dumbbells and placing them at the top of your quads, tucking yourself into the groove of the bench as you sit down. Then, flare out your shoulders and lats before laying down, making sure your back is completely flat and your feet are also firmly placed on the floor. Now drive your scapula into the bench and shift up your torso slightly. To explain this better, I sit down, tuck myself in, bring my shoulders and lats out to the side, kick the dumbbells while falling back. Once I lay down, I shift my torso up while driving my scapula back into the bench like this. You can very easily and visually see how all of those steps opened up my chest over here, which is exactly what you want. From here, place the dumbbells in the middle of your sternum, making sure your wrists are in line with your forearms, and tuck in your elbows halfway. Some things you have to avoid doing is flaring out your elbows, knocking the dumbbells together, or even the opposite of that, which would be bringing the dumbbells away from your body. Simply chest press straight up and down. Here's a quick demonstration. You're setting up the dumbbells, place them in the middle, right about here. Keep your wrists straight, so don't bend them in any direction, and tuck in your elbows halfway. If you follow the steps correctly, everything else is pretty straightforward. Drive the weight up explosively, don't lock out your elbows at the top, and immediately control the dumbbells down for at least 3 seconds. The most difficult part would have to be maintaining this technique and form throughout the entire exercise. I completed 1 warm-up set and 3 heavy working sets. The tempo on the way down was controlled with the occasional pause, and the reps were between 8 and 15. The next exercise of the workout was a machine overhead shoulder press. This is easily one of the most beginner-friendly exercises out there. All the guessing work is taken out of the exercise. Literally all you have to do is press up and down. Even after 9 years of lifting, I still consistently use this exercise, since I'm able to lift very heavy. I guarantee once you add this one into your training routine, you'll most likely use the free weight versions of the overhead press less often. Let's talk about how to perform this exercise. Before lifting any weight, set up the height of the bench so that the handles lock out when you hit 90 degrees with your elbows. Trust me, that's all the range of motion you'll ever need. Plus, it prevents your anterior delts from rounding forward if you were to accidentally go too low, which usually happens if you do not lock out the handles at the bottom. Also, when you sit on the bench, place your feet and back nice and flat. Drive your hands forward and up, since this opens up your chest and shoulders and places your scapula in a more comfortable position. Now, grip the handles just outside of your shoulders and you're good to go. Throughout the exercise, I use my core and drive through the bottom of my foot, since this helps me when lifting the weight on the way up. As long as you don't flare out your elbows or move your neck, you are guaranteed to feel an amazing pump in your shoulders after every set. I did 1 warm-up and 3 heavy working sets. The rep ranges were between 8 and 15, and in my final set I also added in a drop set, from 95 kilos down to 18 kilos. Next up, we have, no joke, one of my top 3 exercises in the gym, and arguably one of the most important exercises for anyone at all fitness levels. It's a compound lift, and this specific variation targets your rear delts. It's called the chest supported double cable face pulls. The reason a face pull variant should be in everyone's training routine is due to over 90% of people, especially in this modern day and age, having a rounded upper back and rounded shoulders. Personally, I do this exercise twice per week. But anyways, let's talk about how to set up. Place a cable with an extra long D-handle attachment at the top of a cable machine. If you don't have one, just set up with 2 single handles instead. Then, put an incline bench facing away from the cable and sit chest first on the bench. Next, grip the handles at a 45-degree angle with your palms facing down. Just to clear up on what I just said, I'll grab the handles, swing around, sit chest first on the bench, place my feet flat in front of my body, and tilt my hands and elbows to 45 degrees. Hopefully that made sense to you, but you can see this in action on screen now. From here, pull the handles towards your forehead while squeezing through your upper back at the peak of every single rep. Contracting your core is very important here too, because that'll prevent your hips from rounding forward. One final tip is to keep your neck in line with your spine at all times. This is so damn important because you're literally working out your entire upper posterior. This includes the muscles in your neck. So if you're constantly moving your neck around, it's a matter of time before you strain it. In total, I completed 4 heavy working sets. The tempo was nice and controlled, with a long pause at the peak. The reps were also consistently 12 to 15. To wrap up this incredibly juicy workout, I threw in an exercise for your side delts that you've most likely never seen before. But it's one I guarantee you're going to be trying out in your next workout. It's called the cable side lateral raise. Wait, hang on. I thought you said I would have never seen this exercise before. Well, yes. Have you ever seen this through-legged version? It's where I feed the cable in between my legs, since this is a more natural movement and it provides more range of motion in your side delts. To set up, start with the cable all the way at the bottom of a cable machine and stand wide with your body parallel to the cable. Next, feed the handle between your legs and lean forward with your torso. Do this with a slight bend in your knees. Now with one hand supporting your balance, rep straight up just in front of your shoulder and stop just before moving past your head. Look, here's the best way I can explain it. Lean in with your torso, drive the cable straight up, just in front of your shoulder. Once you see your hands are in line with your face, start coming back down nice and slow. Do your best to avoid rounding your shoulders or upper back at any point, and contract your abs as hard as you can during the exercise as well. In total, I completed 3 sets each with a slow and consistent tempo. The reps were 10 each side, with a drop set from 11 kilos down to 5 kilos, which ended the entire workout. That wraps up the full chest and shoulder workout tutorial. I hope this video was able to teach you a thing or two that you can take and implement into your own training. If you did learn something, then comment below and I'll make more coaching videos like this one. Finally, if you need additional one-on-one coaching, you can find the links to my website down in the description below. While you're there, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and slap the subscribe button for a yearly supply of gains.